The Wrestling Show.
Are we gonna keep the video on, or do you want to get rid of the video?
No, leave it on. Fuck it.
All right. Well, we were gonna do a show that Virus has been trying to get us to do for a long fucking time, and we all never really had the balls to do it because it's one of those type of movies. Even though Mr. Willis is here to keep us in line, but the movie was called The Black Gestapo, which I really don't even know what it's about, but it sounds like Nazis and black people. So there's probably a little bit of a racism film there. But anyway, one of our co-hosts couldn't make it, and that being Mona, and Sam is busy doing other things tonight, so she couldn't make it either. So we decided to just do a talking wrestling bullshit kind of a
The
mini
tagline for
podcast.
the time for the tagline for the Black Gestapo is, "It is time for a new master race." The Black Gestapo. And they dress up like they literally have Nazi uniforms, but instead of swastikas, they got a white band, and it's got the
Black Power.
Black Power fist on it.
Right.
But they have the Nazi skull and the Nazi eagle. They're just like fucking Nazis, dude. It's fucking funny as shit. The movie, it's just
A parody.
but because Mac, what's his name, Charles Robinson, that was his name, right? Charles Robinson
Yeah,
died from Night Court. I just remember watching that movie last summer and being like, "Oh fuck, there's Mac from Night Court. He did some blaxploitation shit. I didn't know that." And it was just funny seeing him in that role. You know what I mean? Just as Colonel Kolja. That was his name, Colonel Kolja. And the black, he was a fucking asshole, but it's like, yeah, there he is. That's Mac from Night Court. So I thought it would be fitting because he just passed, and it would be cool to watch one of his movies. We can't do the other ones that Fred Williamson made. Our other podcast hosts we're too uncomfortable with those, Willis.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all because of the titles.
Yeah, like we can't watch that. Just. But
see, that's sad that we can't watch movies like that anymore, or talk about movies like that anymore, because of a word that the community still uses all the time. Like, if it's such a bad word, then that community shouldn't be using that word anymore either.
They
But yet
tried
they
to
do.
stop at one point, but I don't know what happened.
Every
At one
rap
point,
video, everything you listen to is throwing that shit around, and I don't know.
it was strange because at one point, a lot of rappers and a lot of people stopped using it for a minute, and then after a while, they stopped caring and went back to the old ways. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't
well,
know.
like when me and Mona talk, like it's just a New Mexico thing. Um, we always say, "Hey, what's up, Joto?" You know, and like Joto means gay. You know what I mean? Like I'll call her, or my wife would be out. My wife's like, "What's up, Joto? What's up, Joto?" And that's a slur in Spanish for being gay. Or Mona, what's up, Joto? So what's up, Joto banger? It's just a slur. It's a term. I think the thing is it's the intention, and it's the intention. Sometimes it can be used as a term of endearment and as well. And it does suck that we live in a society where you can't say certain things because of the color of your skin, whether you're black or you're white or Hispanic or whatever. Um, But you know, it is what it is. Whatever. Oh, look at us behind the bar.
I like it.
I can't. What am I serving you guys? I can't see
I don't
myself.
know. Yeah, I don't see you.
I'm the bartender. So,
I like it though.
yeah.
Me and Willis finally get together. All these years, and we never got together, Willis.
Until now, on a fake ass bar.
If I had won the lottery, I would be renting us out like half of a fucking resort, like all of us for real. Just, let's go. You
I
know.
ain't getting on no plane, so that would never happen.
I know. I ain't getting no fucking. So yeah, wrestling. What's up? You guys been watching it?
Yeah. Let's get to our set topic, right?
Yep.
We're just
Last
gonna
night,
call this the wrestling show.
Yep.
last night AEW was pretty damn good.
It was.
Actual wrestling where it wasn't a bunch of bullshit and dumb stuff and dolls and puppets talking to each other and shit like that. We ain't had to worry about that last night.
Yeah. WWE's in fucking trouble if this shit keeps up. I mean, they're in serious fucking trouble.
Hey, Virus, you hear the new thing that's gonna happen? Guess who they gonna bring back Monday night?
Who?
Goldberg. And guess who he
Again.
gonna fight? Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam.
No.
So he might end up taking the belt off of Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam.
It's like this. Goldberg has always been a two-trick pony.
Right?
You know, he's got his spear, he's got his jackhammer, he can bounce off the ropes, and maybe throw a fucking, clothesline here and there. But other than that, he is so sloppy. He's shit. He sucks. He's always sucked. He still sucks. I don't. The only reason why they're using Goldberg is they can't use Austin.
Right? Basically.
But they let him win. That's the problem. They can use him, but he should be putting people over, not winning fucking championships at 50 fucking years old or whatever the fuck he is. It's ridiculous. He can't even last 2 minutes in the ring without dying. I mean,
Right.
he almost killed The Undertaker when they had their match in Saudi Arabia. I mean, he just literally destroyed the Fiend character when he beat him for that title. He
Yeah.
fucking destroyed the Fiend. He was never the same. And he was starting to come back a little bit with Alexa, and then she just took his fucking character from him. He's been off TV for months. Like, doesn't make any sense.
I know, right? One of the number one merchandise sellers in WWE. They
Yeah.
gonna dog man out like that. That's fucked up.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Who's
Well-
making the decisions?
Oh, Vince
Who's making
McMahon,
it this? Is Vince? And Brother
70-year-old
Love.
senile prick.
It's Vince and Brother Love, and they got John Laurinaitis back again as talent relations, and it shows.
I mean, you got Miro, who is finally coming into his own now on AEW
Yeah.
Mhm.
after a slow start with, Kip Sabian and Penelope. I mean, he was okay in that role, but it was basically the same shit he was stuck in WWE with. And they let him go where he could have been a beast. When he came out at WrestleMania in that tank against John Cena, he should have beat John Cena.
Yeah.
But no, that ruined him in WWE when he lost that match. They got Aleister Black, who was incredible in NXT. He was the champion there. Everybody loved him. He's this incredible character. He gets called up and does absolutely nothing. Keith Lee, another one. Big fat dude who can move in the ring, do all these incredible moonsaults off the top rope, all these different moves that a big guy shouldn't be able to do. He's incredible in NXT, gets called up, he does nothing on the fucking main roster.
I know,
He was the
right?
first. He was the first two-time champ in NXT. He had their North American title? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
And their NXT champion. So he was their first two-time champ. Not only that, he's slamming Mia Yim or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Like that's
Reckoning.
yeah, he's poor, and I feel bad for her because she's a go-getter, man. She's badass, and I've been following her since Impact days. She was
hasn't
great.
been on
Yeah.
TV. She hasn't been on TV in a year. Like she
Nope.
does nothing.
They
Nothing.
dropped the ball with her. Alistair, and I will fully admit that that dude, his wrestling style is amazing. His character, the guy's great. He listens to all the same music I do, and I like see all these patches and tattoos. I'm like, okay, I know where this guy comes from. It's like, but let me tell you the genius thing about him. Oh, is that us? We're all getting the same text. Who's putting docking pictures in here, Mona?
I
Yeah.
thought I muted everything,
That's
but
okay.
it still comes through.
There she is. The fucking Mona, man. She's like a dude. I'm telling you, but a chick. So, anyways, Alice, I love how genius he is. How he's still working the gimmick, man. He's so smart. Like, you saw that video. Well, you posted it, Nudie, of him like in the mental hospital or whatever, and
Yep.
he's claiming that he just came out from a bad nightmare, like a 5-year nightmare or something weird like
Yeah.
that. and then he's still selling like the blind eye gimmick.
Yeah.
He's carrying the gimmick over, which is amazing. And man, that pop was one of the biggest pops I'd seen in AEW yet for a surprise. I mean,
Yeah, well-
go ahead.
No, I was listening to a show that I listen to on YouTube all the time, and the guy said today that there's no way that him feuding with Cody Rhodes that he's going to be a heel. Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel because the fans are going to cheer for Malachi Black. They're not going to
Yeah.
cheer for Cody Rhodes, and it's going to turn Cody Rhodes heel. And there's already resentment towards Cody because he's always in these matches and big matches, and he's always winning and not putting anybody over. He's not winning titles, but he's not helping anybody get anywhere. Like he always wins the matches where he should maybe lose one here and there. And I agree. I think he's going to end up being a heel, but his wife just had a kid, so it's hard to say, like I don't know. Like she's been very heelish a lot too when she was on TV.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing that bugged me about AEW at first was like 1 week somebody was a heel, the next week they weren't. 1 week they were a heel, next week they weren't. And the same thing with the Bucks. The Young Bucks. It was like they were a heel 1 week, they weren't 1 week, and it's just like. And I get that they're finding their way and they're a new promotion. I'm gonna cut them some slack for that. But you remember when they came out with Awesome Kong and fucking and his wife, and
That shit was bad.
and they're getting chicks to shave their head and fucking,
Yeah.
and it's like, it just ended. It's just
Yeah.
1 week they were not on TV. It's like,
Well, that shit was bad. I mean,
Yeah.
if you compare the women's division now to when it first was on AEW, there's a 1,000-degree turn. I mean, the women's division is a lot more, a lot better now than it was way back then. I still think they rely too much on these Japanese Joshi chicks. Like these, I don't want to watch anime characters wrestle. I can't get into their style, and they rely too much on them, and they let them win all the time, which kind of sucks. But the women's division is really good. I mean, in a year plus, Britt Baker really went from being an average wrestler to a pretty damn good show person as far as
She's
that
great.
goes.
she's
Yeah.
great.
She wasn't that good at first, but she improved so much, and that's got to be because of Skinny Arms, Adam Cole, baby, helping her out.
Well, they weigh the same. They have the same fucking physique, so they're good to
Exactly.
bounce off of each other.
He's throwing her around in the bedroom.
They're about the same size, so I'm sure she got something to bounce off of.
See, you're hung up on the size thing, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Like a lot of the wrestlers weren't big guys, and I mean, Ric Flair's not a humongous guy, and Bret Hart wasn't a huge guy, and these guys could wrap you up in a heartbeat, my friend, even though they're look like wimps next to you.
Look, come on, we all grew up in watching wrestling in the ages of the fucking Snukas and the Paul Orndorffs and these fucking jacked fucking Dino Bravo motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Rest
So,
in
like-
peace, Mr. Wonderful.
Yes. R.I.P. And hopefully Terry Funk is not on his way next.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
He's
be a
bad-
sad day when he goes. Chainsaw Charlie.
Yeah, we'll have to watch Roadhouse just in remembrance for him. What if What if they say my mama's a whore? Is she? I love that movie. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm watching NXT, and I was really high on Karrion Kross at first, but the more I watch him, the less I'm starting to like him.
He got two left feet.
I agree with you. He
He got
really
two
isn't
left
anything
feet.
special. I
He
think
got two
Lance
left
Archer's
feet.
much better than he is.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of the same character as Lance Archer in a way, and Lance Archer is way better, I think.
I mean, he's decent.
He's an entrance,
He has an entrance. He's decent on the mic. He's got the valet, which is his chick in real life, but I mean, and I liked him at first. I really did, and I wanted to like him, and then just something about him, and this is funny because I know I'm gonna eat shit for this one, Nudie, and that's fine. But when him and Adam Cole had that little back and forth, when Adam Cole threw the water ball at him in the ring, he almost hit his wife with the water bottle. Like Adam Cole, fucking owned his ass on that mic, man. And he's like, "You're nothing special. You're just another big. You're just another big guy. I can fucking wrestle circles." And look, that's what WWE likes, though. I guarantee when Karrion Kross was like, "Oh, my number one goal is to main event WrestleMania," he's gonna run a main event WrestleMania. He's that big guy that they like. He's the Batistas. He's the fucking. I mean,
he's the Roman.
They're getting ready to call him up now, and they're already fucking with him. They're taking away his wife, so that they're gonna fuck up that whole entrance. He already had a dark match or two on Superstars or whatever that one of their side shows, and he didn't even have his entrance. He just walked to the ring, and they announced him as Karrion Kross. So he's gonna end up. I think Damian Priest is gonna be do more in the main roster than he is gonna be.
Where's he been?
Yeah. He hurt. His back is messed up.
He was on Monday night. He's gonna end up challenging Sheamus for the title that Sheamus has, and probably win it off of Sheamus. Or was it the U.S. title that Sheamus has? Yeah. Yeah, he was back on Monday. Sadly, I watched an hour and a half of the show. This really is the worst wrestling show on TV.
I like Damian Priest, though. I mean, well, I don't know what they've
good.
done. I don't know what they've done to him in Raw, but I liked him when he was in NXT. He was awesome.
They had him through WrestleMania season with Bad Bunny, so that's. And he ended up having a tag match against Miz and Morrison at WrestleMania, as you saw. So, and then after that, he hasn't really done much.
I call him the
zombie match.
Yeah,
that was the fucking worst too.
I call him the solid gold dancer because that's who he remind me of, a fucking solid gold dancer.
Apparently, he's not young either. He's like approaching 40, I think they said. Like he's 38 or something. So he's not young, but he's still he's good. But
well, dude, have you seen pictures of him when he was in his 20s?
He was fat.
He was a fat fucker, dude. He was big.
I never saw him before except for NXT.
And he was wrestling. I think he got dropped from the Performance Center for his weight before. And he went, and he's one of those guys that kind of went back and reinvented himself. And he's good, man. I like him. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched SmackDown or Raw. I could not tell you. I'm going to give them a shot when the crowds come back, because the crowds make everything, dude. They're making AEW that much better.
Well, there's a pay-per-view Sunday. I think there'll be crowds at that one. And
it is, and it's a crowd. They go ahead.
And Monday night it starts again. So
actually, they're gonna have the crowd on SmackDown Friday night.
Oh, so not Monday night.
Not Monday night. It's gonna start Friday night. This Friday.
So Monday's gonna be another shit show then.
No, they're gonna be back in crowds on Monday night too, but the first night is gonna be tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow.
When crowds return, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I forgot where we're at. It's Thursday. I forgot.
Maybe I'll DVR SmackDown and start fresh. I don't know.
Yeah, the main event is gonna be Rey Mysterio, Dominic, and Edge versus Roman and the Twins.
What? Isn't he?
The Usos.
I thought he got arrested.
Yeah.
They didn't take him off TV.
They ain't taking him on
They
TV.
barely acknowledged it.
Jesus.
They rewarded him for bad behavior.
Oh,
Only
but
because,
fire Zelina Vega for fucking having an
Oh,
OnlyFans.
don't even bring that witch up. Ugh.
Oh, I know. Well, I saw
All
your.
that. Well, we might as well talk about it since you brought her up.
Yeah.
All that bullshit that she spewed about wrestling unions and fuck WWE and all they care about is themselves. They don't take care of their wrestlers. Blah 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 blah. Let's get a union going. And then she goes back to WWE after they fired her fucking husband. I think she
Right.
was signed. I think she was signed back before that, but give me a break. You spew all that bullshit, and then you take the money and go back. And people called her out on it, and she started like harassing them, telling them to fuck off and everything. And then she deleted the tweet about the union tweet.
Yeah.
I mean, what a hypocrite. I mean, come on.
I'm mad about that one.
She took a stand, and people backed her up and supported her, and then she stabbed all those people in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. And now, her husband is going to kick ass in AEW, and she could have probably went with him.
You know why she did that?
Oh, money, of course. Doesn't make it right, though. Like,
Right.
I can't sit here and say, that she did the right thing after she spewed all that shit and had everybody supporting her
And
and backing her up.
and getting people riled up
Like-
about shit.
Like, didn't she go on her Twitch after or after she got fired and like raise a ton of money for herself from all the fans that were sending her money and shit
I think so. Yeah.
because she got fired, and then
Yeah.
she goes literally goes back and what in her first match back she lost. She got pinned in-
I guess
2
my
minutes.
point is they will fire you for shit like that. I mean, whatever she did, I'm not going to talk about what she's doing now, but what she did do, she was like, "Fuck you! But Jey Uso, because he's Roman's cousin or whatever, like I don't get it. I mean, the Usos are very talented. They're great. They've always been entertaining. I've never not hated them. But at the same time, it's like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like that company just makes no fucking sense, man. It's like
They
it's like coronavirus. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
everything
Hey,
they
I'm
touch on.
sick.
If
Yeah,
you look at who's on top of the wrestling right now, like go on, they're all the same people that have been around for the last 10 years or plus, The Usos have been around 10 years.
Yeah.
Reigns has been around a long time. Seth Rollins has been around a long time. There's not a new star in sight. They bury anybody that comes up from NXT. They bury any new person that comes in there. Sheamus, he's been around 15 fucking years now.
Yeah.
Like all these guys, they don't make a star to save their lives. AEW sign some of the guys they lose from WWE, but they're making stars. Sammy Guevara is amazing. I love watching that kid wrestle. And MJF, he's a douche, he's an asshole, but he's the perfect heel.
Yeah.
Dino Boy there. Luchador.
Them guys, yeah.
Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt, even for what he is, he's fun to watch. He's a little twerp, but he's fun to watch. And these teams, the Varsity Blondes, like they're gonna be big teams down the line. They're gonna be good, and they're gonna be the future of wrestling. WWE doesn't have any future because they kill everybody.
It's goddamn outlaw mud show bullshit.
Like it just never changes. Like it's
Right.
how many tag team has fucking New Day won? 17 championships or some bullshit like
17.
that.
Yeah.
And it's always them. It's them and the Usos fighting each
Usos.
other all the time.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
And then when they have a tag team, half the time they don't do shit with them. Look at the Viking Raiders. Look how badass they was in NXT. As soon as they put them up on the main roster, they had them and the Street Profits doing Star Wars shit and ninjas and stuff. And
Where
damn
is the Street
fuck
Profits,
lot.
by the way?
One of them's hurt,
Yep.
Oh.
so they're jobbing the other guy out to Otis every week. But that too, the Street Profits were way better in NXT than they are in WWE. They were boring and annoying every week on WWE. They didn't wrestle. They just talked and sold shit. Like they were backstage crap, and they were annoying and it was stupid. Like they just will not let these people fight and do their style. It has to be everybody wrestles the same. They all do the same fucking moves. It's all the same stuff, and they don't build anybody to become a star of the future. And that's why until Vince McMahon passes away or quits or retires, they're never gonna have the spark again because it's the same fucking dumb shit every week. Every year we have the same thing on Thanksgiving. Turkey fights with gravy all over each other. It's
Yeah,
just stupid. It's not fun.
I hope they don't sell to fucking Peacock or NBC before he dies, because then it's gonna be really bad. Because you're gonna see it get really fucking sanitized and corporatized.
It already is.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see it go into overtime. Because I feel like if he leaves that company to Stephanie and Shane and obviously Hunter, like Hunter will know what to do with it. You saw what he did with NXT. It was amazing, dude.
NXT was good until Vince put his nose in it.
Yep. Yep, because Vince is like, oh, look, this is making money. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. I mean, do you remember, like, when it was, like, fucking, well, it was Adrian Neville, but, like, and Pac. But remember Pac, fucking Sammy, what's his name?
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, Tyler
Nakamura.
Breeze. No, they were like, dude, but they did, like, I remember they did, like, a triple threat championship match, and I was like, this is amazing. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, fuck. Like, and that's even kind of gone from NXT now. I mean, NXT's got some great talent. I like what they're doing for the most part, but they're slowly starting to lose me on that one too.
Yeah, the
NXT
TV shows
is
that are
turning-
out just like WWE, but you watch the takeovers. The takeovers are great.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. They always bring
You
it
know.
on the takeovers.
Yeah, those are great.
It feels like NXT, since they put it on the regular TV, it feels like WWE light. They
Yeah.
doing silly storylines and shit now. And they didn't have that originally on NXT. NXT was just straight up, you was fighting for a title, you was fighting to get to the top, and that was it. Now they got all these silly storylines now. I don't even hardly watch it like I used to anymore. Just the takeovers, that's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on that boat too, as far as that goes. Just watching the takeovers. But like, we'll go back to Seth Rollins now. Okay, what's it been about 2 years now? He's doing this greater good, the Messiah of WWE and all that shit. Now, about 2 years he's been doing this character, and I still don't know what the fuck the greater good is. Like, there's no idea what is the greater good. There's no idea what it is.
No,
It's idiotic. Now, he left TV when Becky Lynch had his kid. So you would think that might be the time to refresh his character. You know, the fans are going to probably want to cheer him because, you know, he just became a new dad and all that shit. Like, have him come back as a different character. Nope, comes back as the same boring, stupid-ass character, but now he's wearing fucking suits that have paint drops all over him or some shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. What is the greater good? Like, he speaks of it, but nothing changes. Follow me for the greater good. Just tell us what it is. Like, they don't follow up with nothing. It's ridiculous.
And you know what also pissed me off? How they did Cesaro. They built him up to be the baddest motherfucker on the show. And as soon as it's time for the crowds to come back, they have Roman beat him, and you ain't seen him do shit since. Makes no sense.
They built him up to feed him to Roman because they don't have enough anybody to fight Roman. Like, who's left? There's no one left.
They brought Edge back for what?
Yeah, you know Edge isn't gonna win. And then
Right.
where do you go after Edge? I hope to God like Lesnar signs with AEW just to fuck WWE over. That would be amazing.
Aren't they supposed to get a big get? Isn't that what's
Yeah,
going on?
there's a rumor that it's either Daniel Bryan or maybe Brock Lesnar.
No, the rumor is Daniel Bryan at the show
Or Punk.
in New York at the stadium show supposed to be Daniel Bryan, and then All In Chicago is supposed to be CM Punk.
Yeah. But these shows are leading up to the next pay-per-view supposed to be loaded shows. So it'll be interesting to see what they continue to do. I mean, They got Jericho coming up against the Perfect 10 there. He can use chairs, but Jericho can't. But that doesn't mean that anyone else can't go in there and use a chair on him. So
Right.
it'll be interesting to see what they do. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see AEW succeed. It sucks that my boy Butcher's not up there.
Oh yeah, he hurt.
Yeah, he's badass. I like him. I like them too. They got jobbed out, and I get it. That's cool. They've jobbed the Butcher and they've jobbed the Blade and Bunny out. They're
Yeah.
just
Well, he's using brass knuckles every week. It's funny.
yeah.
He looks like that killer from what's that?
Nightbreed.
The Clyde
Nightbreed.
Nightbreed, yeah, with that mask. I love his mask.
Yeah,
And then he gets to go home with the bunny every night. What a lucky bastard.
Yeah.
that's his real chick, bro.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
married or some shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
hear the reason why Alistair Black named himself Malachi Black because his favorite movie growing up as a kid was Children of the Corn.
There you go. That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
He's a badass. He listens to like a lot of the same music I do, and it's kind of funny. I gained a lot of respect for him because they were interviewing him about his entrance, and he's like, I wanted my entrance to be like a Watain concert, and I had Nudie throw up a Watain concert on the Plex, but Watain's like probably like if you look at the every music has a subgenre, right? So
Right.
when you look at heavy metal, the subgenre of black metal, nothing to do with color people's skin.
Right.
It's just called black metal. but there's a band called Watain, and they're notoriously really fucking dark, and their shows you literally feel evil when you leave their shows. Like you're like, ugh, like you want to like get blessed by a priest or take a shower. And they use like real fucking pig's blood at their shows and throw it out into the crowd. It stinks like death. Watain's fucking, they're crazy. But anyways, when he said, hey, I wanted my fucking shit to look like a Watain concert, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker knows who Watain is. I'm like, all right, I'm fucking sold just by that. You know what I mean? He was one of the only reasons why I ever watched the shit Raw, because of him. And then I'd usually fast forward everything else. The dude could fuck. I'm an Alistair. I'll admit I'm a mark for him. I really am.
He's good.
Yeah, he's real good.
They drop the ball like they do with everybody else. They drop the ball.
Remember the
Hey.
matches him and Buddy Murphy had? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why like Buddy Murphy's been sending him Twitter messages like, "Hey, bro, don't forget me" and everything. So there's rumors that once his 90 days are up, he might show up in there and work with Alistair Black as a minion or whatever. I don't know, but
They need guys like, look, I like Private Party, okay, but come on.
well, that's
You
why
know what I mean?
they teamed him up with Matt Hardy to give them more experience and stuff.
Like guy and I do, they're okay. But come on. And like that's why they have the AEW Dark.
Yeah.
That's why they have, they let these guys wrestle on those shows. I can't help but think that Thunder Rosa pissed somebody off in the back because she put on an excellent match with Britt Baker and beat her, but she's not been on TV since.
No, because she's back on NWA Power.
Yeah,
That's
she was
why
just
the-
on Dark the other night or Elevation the other night.
Yeah.
She had like a 10-minute match, opening match of the night.
Did she?
Yeah,
She'll be
she's
back
gonna end up.
soon.
She's gonna be their champion soon enough. I don't know if she might be the one to beat Britt Baker, but right now Baker's on fire. So
Oh yeah, she's red
she
hot.
should hold that title for a while.
Yeah, she's great. I mean,
But
people are
yeah.
gonna have to get sick of her. And she's not stagnant yet, but that's
No.
the thing. Once she starts getting a little stagnant, like, all right, like
like
right now.
Riho was champion for a fucking year, and that woman was stagnant. Holy shit!
Mhm.
She
And they
was
kept
hot
her.
that first night,
Ugh.
and then after that, they didn't know what to do with her.
I was like, goddamn, Kenny Omega. We know you like the Japanese Joshis, but give it a break.
Speaking of that, did you guys see that thing? I don't know if you guys were aware. Did you ever see that match that went bad between the two Japanese chicks? And they completely broke kayfabe and it turned
Yeah,
into
I've
a real
seen
fight.
that. I seen that.
Fuck.
Man, they was beating the shit out of each other.
And I watched it, and then me and one of the twins were watching it, and then I read the backstory, and I guess these chicks were aligned at one time, or they trained one time, and nobody knows and nobody has broken behind the scenes in that Japanese wrestling culture of what happened and why it happened. Everybody's kept their mouth shut, which is cool. You know what I mean? Like, they still have that old school code that they go by, but nobody knows. But there's a big ass fucking Japanese girl. She's big. She looks like a dude. Her hair's dyed blonde. She looks like just a bad guy. She looks like I don't know. She's big, just a big fat girl, and she's wrestling this other girl, and it just turns into a real fight, but almost like an older sister beating the shit out of the younger sister, and the younger sister refuses to give up. Yeah. And they're knocking the shit out of each other. And she broke this chick's orbital to bone, broke her nose. I mean, and then at the end of the match, somebody threw a towel in, and like everybody's like, "What is this ref? What's his name? Hebner, Earl Hebner. Like, he's a Japanese Earl Hebner. Like, you got to check it out. I'll throw it up again, man. But it's intense, man. They just beat the fuck out of each other.
And here's one thing that is shocking the fuck out of me that makes no sense. How is Sting still in the ring, still being Sting, as old as he is? It makes no sense. He's doing all this shit he used to back in the day. It makes no sense.
But he looks good doing it.
I know. That's what makes no sense.
He's not doing full-blown matches like Goldberg and these other guys, though. He's doing little, sets of moves here and there. Most of the time, if it's a tag match, he's sitting in the corner. And those other, the other one was a movie-style match where they recorded it. So they probably did, fighting on top for 20 minutes or whatever they did, took a break,
Yeah.
He got back into it. It wasn't like he's fighting for, 30 minutes at a time. He's doing his thing, but he's still able to do the moves he needs to and not look stupid like Goldberg, and who loses his breath once he climbs in the ring.
Right. That shit is pitiful.
I mean, that's how you use your legends,
Right.
Jake the Snake, he can't go anymore. He has COPD or whatever and all. He can't go anymore. So you use him the way you're using him as a mouthpiece. Although Archer doesn't really need a mouthpiece, but
right.
He took a bump. He got hit by Miro. He took that one bump. He's not gonna go in the ring and fight,
But by the way, that fucking Dark Side of the Ring about his dad.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it yet.
Fuck.
You don't want to watch it.
I gotta get to
dirty.
it. But...
Yeah, dude, you'll feel dirty. My son, because me and Noah, David don't give a shit about all this stuff. It's more Noah who likes this shit. But me and Noah, the other twin, were just like, he was like, "Can I watch this with you?" And I'm like, "Now here's the moment where I gotta censor you, bro." He's like, "What?" And I was like, "For the most part, I'm cool with shit, dude. Like, we'll watch Jackass. We'll watch all kinds of crazy shit." But I was like, "You're gonna have to watch this one on your own if you choose to, and I don't want to know if you do." That's all I told him. I was like, "Don't talk to me about it." So I was like,
"But I'm not gonna." When you're done watching it, you're gonna have a newfound love for your father.
Yeah, dude. You're done, but like, and it's funny because my wife's the same way. She's like, "I want them to stay babies. I want them to stay innocent forever." And I mean, this is the world of the internet. Kids are gonna watch shit, but like, whatever they're gonna find. But like, that was one of those ones. I was like, "No, dude, I'm not watching this one with you. And if you choose to watch it, I don't want to know about it. You can watch that shit on your own and figure it out." But that one is so fucking rough to watch, dude. That's goddamn.
And he got away with it too. That's what sucked. Like,
yeah.
All those years he got away with all of it.
My mom called me the next night after watching that. She said, "I just feel dirty watching that. I ain't know all that shit was going on." She's like, "That was just fucking sick."
Yeah. He's a fucking pedo. What the fuck?
They're all in WWE at one point too.
Yeah.
Like Rockin' Robin and Sam Houston.
Yeah. But their dad was just fucking hell. No wonder why they're all fucked up.
Right? Yeah, you kind of understand Jake now, right? Why he did all the drugs and everything else that he did.
Dude, the saddest thing he said in it was because Jake's real name is Aurelius, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, Aurelius is still alive, but he's a 15-year-old scared little boy in the closet still, and that's where I leave him. I was like, what the fuck? But then he's just like, but I'm Jake the Snake. I've been Jake the Snake for fucking 40 years, and that's who I am. That's where I get my power. I'm Jake.
Man, he was the fucking coolest in the 80s, though, Jake the Snake, when he was the Snake Pit and all that shit on WWE back. I mean, he was the coolest. I saw him fight Hulk Hogan in the Providence Civic Center in the 80s, and it was back when Danny Davis was the bad referee, Dangerous Danny Davis.
Yeah.
And fucking, I saw Jake the Snake at the airport, and I was like, "Hey, dude, you gonna win tonight?" "Oh, I ain't here to lose." You know, like he was just the coolest motherfucker. And we go to the show, and him and Hogan are the main event. You know, of course, everybody's cheering Hogan. I'm cheering Jake because I loved him. And he would stand in the middle of the ring. He'd grab his own hair, the back of his hair, right? And fall down to the mat. And then you look at Davis and go, "He pulled my hair." And Danny Davis would start counting at Hogan and tell him not to pull his hair. He gets back up. He does it again. It was fucking hilarious.
Dude, it was funny that weekend that I had watched that episode. They had that WWE one where they're trying to fill up, for a future potential museum, like a WWE museum. So they were looking for Jake the Snake's like original bags that he carried, some of the original guitars that he got hit over the head with, and then they had Jimmy Hart on there, and Jake the Snake's like, so they had Jake the Snake on the show, and he was saying about how fuck Honky Tonk. And they really went there behind the stories. He goes, that fucking dude hit me with a real guitar on purpose, and I had a concussion, and it fucked my neck up, and that's the reason why I started doing drugs, or one of the reasons. Like, nah, man, you're getting fucked up before that. But like, so fuck Honky Tonk, man. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. And I'm just like, God damn, dude. I didn't know all that went down. I didn't know he blamed him for that. But
a lot of people don't like Honky Tonk.
Yeah.
And him and Lawler are cousins or whatever, and they don't like each other.
I wonder why. It's crazy. But Jimmy Hart's like Jimmy Hart. He's still Jimmy Hart. He's funny, dude. He's fucking.
That never ages.
Nah, they went into his little ass apartment, and he's like, "This is one of my apartments in Florida," and it's like, go in there, and it's like this little ass apartment full of just fucking memorabilia. It's hilarious.
Oh man, Jimmy Hart.
Gets old.
You want an autograph, baby? How you doing, baby? He called everybody baby, no matter if it's a man or a woman.
I remember
Oh shit. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're all right now.
All right, I lost my microphone for a minute. But I remember years ago, Opie and Anthony started a trend called Sad Virgil, or Lonely Virgil. And it was like right when Twitter, like probably a few years after Twitter started, and they're having their fans send in pictures of Virgil selling his pictures for $20 at fucking random tables he'd put up outside of wrestling events.
Yeah. Oh man, let me tell you something. When we was up at the show for WrestleMania in 2019, they had the WrestleCon. Virgil was up at that joint, and nobody was hardly at his damn table. And Ted DiBiase was at the same show, and they ain't even had the tables together. They was all on two separate sides of the whole room. And nobody was trying to get Virgil any money for an autograph or nothing. And my friend had an NWO shirt on, and Virgil started talking to him, thinking that he was going to get $20 to get a picture. And my friend wouldn't budge for that joint, so he just ended up signing his NWO shirt and called it a day.
Oh, poor Virgil.
I saw an article about Virgil the other day, and he is taking credit for starting the NWO.
Yeah.
He said, "Me and Bischoff started the NWO together." He's insane. Like he came in like years after they did with the NWO. Nowhere did he was involved in the making of the NWO.
He needs to put out a sex tape to stay
Oh.
relevant.
Man, he's insane.
By the way, that I'm kind of going through my Twitter. That Christian Cage and Matt Hardy match was even pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole show last night was really good, and looks like we're gonna work our way towards Omega and Hangman. It looks like Hangman will be the one to take the title off of Omega, which I think Hangman's a pretty solid character.
Well, and Omega, like I mean, he's okay. I know I talk shit online. Like he's not bad. I mean, look, if they can get under my skin, they're doing their job. I'll just leave it at that, right? Like if the Bucks can get under my skin, which they fucking do, and all those fucking dudes get under my fucking skin, then they're doing their job. But from what I understand, and I was reading that Omega's like really needs some fucking a break. He needs to kind of get on the sidelines and heal up a bit. That guy's fucking been working it for a while. You know, he needs to tend to his health before
his style is rough too. So
yeah,
he's not like he works an easy schedule.
He's
And
gonna
his
end up like
matches
a
are
fucking.
intense.
He's gonna end up a Davey Boy Smith. You
Yeah.
know, before... God, did you guys watch that one?
Yeah,
Dark
that
Elevation?
one's depressing too.
No, I
Fucking.
think the last one I watched was the Nick Gage one. I think was the last one I watched.
That was the worst one ever.
Yeah.
that was pretty tough. No,
That-
I watched
one
the
sucked.
Flying Brian one too.
That was a tough one.
They're all tough when you think about
Well,
it.
yeah, they're all pretty rough,
At
but
least this season.
yeah, the Davey Boy Smith one, they talked about some shit that I didn't know happened. Like he had always been kind of a mystery to me, like because I didn't read dirt sheets or anything back in the 80s. I would get wrestling
You mean
magazines.
that
here and there.
Dynamite Kid?
Yeah, the Dynamite Kid. Like I didn't like. I just remember him being there one day and one day there him being not. I remember him being a fan favorite back in the day. I always loved the Dynamite Kid when I was a kid, and he just
They
was
were-
gone. And I didn't know that happened with Jacques Rougeau. That Dynamite Kid was just he just fucking ribbed the fuck out of people to the next level. Like he was bad, and he did something. What did he do to Jacques Rougeau, Willis? Like he fucking
He didn't he try to spike his drink or something like that?
I don't know what he did. Like
Oh,
yeah, he would
yeah.
spike people's drinks and get them fall fucked up, and he did something to Jacques Rougeau behind his back. Like he like clapped both of his ears together. He did something to fuck with them. I don't know what he did. And then Jacques Rougeau claims that he had a roll of quarters in his hand and waited for Davey Boy Smith to fuck, because the Dynamite Kid had a reputation for being a legit tough man, you know, legit fucking tough guy. And Jacques Rougeau fucking laid him out in front of everybody, and he couldn't get up. He fucking laid him the fuck out.
And fucked up his teeth too.
Fucked his teeth up, and that ruined his tough guy persona behind stage. And it was like he couldn't quite bounce back from that, so he always blamed like Jacques Rougeau for fucking him up, and everybody said that Jacques Rougeau had brass knuckles that he hit him with, but Jacques Rougeau said he had a fucking roll of quarters in his hand. So either way, dude, but yeah, that was a sad one too. I didn't know all that shit happened though behind the stage, you know. Those fucking dudes got it though in the 80s. You can't do that shit now. Hell
No.
no. Fuck no.
Yep. I guess Davey Boy and not Davey Boy, Dynamite was the locker room enforcer, and the Rougeaus were coming in, and somebody told Dynamite that Rougeau said some shit about him, so that he confronted him about it, and that they had a feud for a while. It was actually I think JR's Barbecue, that podcast he does
Uh-huh.
on YouTube. There's a whole like 30 minutes on that whole subject that I actually listened to like not too long ago. It's
Mm.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is, and he's like Dino Bravo, the Mafia, all
Yeah.
kinds of shit.
Yeah, cigarettes. He died because of cigarettes.
Yeah, nobody believed me. Oh, Will Cardinell didn't believe me. We were doing the podcast one night, and I was trying to talk to him because poor Will. He wants to be so on the in and know what's going on, but he's just a kid still. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I had to explain. He's like, there's no French Canadian mafia. I'm like, dude, yeah, there is. They're selling fucking cigarettes on the fucking Indian reservation. I had to like educate him, and he's like, no, and I was like, what the fuck you talking about, virus? And I said, dude, look at the Dino Bravo story. And I was like, so he's like, holy shit, and he didn't know. And then he told Mona, he's like, he just knows so much more than me. That's funny.
Here's one thing I don't understand going on with wrestling. What the fuck is they doing with Nikki Cross? Why they got her doing this dumb shit as a fucking superhero? Y'all seen this dumb shit?
I've seen pictures because I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, they got her being a fucking superhero. She's not even Nikki Cross no more. Her name is Nikki Ash. Almost superhero. That's what the Ash is stand for.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that I loved fucking Sanity.
Almost a superhero.
I loved Sanity, by the way. Sanity was the shit.
And they ain't do nothing with them at all.
They were great. They could have been a great fucking stable against the New Day. They were great. And they fucking fucked them up so bad. It's like another drop ball from those fucking
another case of
and not one of them are
dropping
left.
the ball.
All of them are gone.
Yep. The only one there is Nikki Cross.
Yeah, they're all been fucking let go. I'm like, how the Jesus Christ. It's like I wish I had like $10 billion and be like, here's $1 billion for your company, Vince. Let me have it, please.
And
Well, look at Nakamura, okay? We had mentioned him earlier. This guy was a Japanese superstar. I mean, he was the shit in New Japan and all those other companies that he wrestled in over there. He comes to NXT, that fucking song of his, people were singing along with him. He was a fucking rock star.
I was there that night. I know.
He comes to the main roster, and right away they start fucking with him. He can't win a match. He can't do this. He should have won the damn title against Jinder Mahal. He lost 3 straight matches to Jinder fucking Mahal because Vince McMahon wanted to have WWE in India. Jinder Mahal ruined the career of Shinsuke Nakamura. And now Shinsuke's like, whatever, I'm just going to make my money. My kids are happy here in Florida. I'm going to make my money. And I'm just going to deal with whatever bullshit I have to do. And sadly, that's how you kill a career in WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes no goddamn sense. This guy should have won the title, but, because they got to suck the balls of India and Jinder Mahal. And he's back on TV again. Like, he
claims he never
wrestlers.
did, and claims he never did one steroid. He's all natural.
Yeah, right. He didn't bring one eyeball to the TV. Yeah,
Nope.
He's back in the main thing with the Scottish idiot who's dead in my eyes again now too. I'm done with him in story time with Drew.
That's what they got doing. That's what they doing with him now.
Yeah. So every week he tells some stupid story on TV, and then he gets attacked by Jinder or whatever. He broke apart Jinder's tricycle this weekend. It was so dumb. Like, it's sad. This is a product I watched for years and years and years, and it's just at such a bad state right now.
The reason why they did that Jinder Mahal shit with Drew, because 2 days later they came out with the Drew action figure on that same exact bike.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew's another one that I was really high on him in NXT, and I don't mind him. I mean, from when I saw him go into WWE, I know he got hurt a couple times. I don't mind him. Where's Sharon Corbin been, by the way? Is he still around?
Ugh. Yeah, he lost his king gimmick to Shinsuke, so now Shinsuke's running around as King Nakamura.
Oh,
and
okay.
and he's running around like a sad sack on Friday nights now, and I lost my car. I got this repossessed. Blah blah blah. So he's running around crying, and they trademarked Happy Corbin, so that's gonna be his new fucking name somewhere down the line.
Yeah, they trying to turn him into a good guy.
I
Ugh.
saw somewhere on Twitter where he literally, a lot of these guys don't respond to fans personally,
No, he
but
always
they're-
does.
but somebody goes, "Wow, you let Strowman go, you let Aleister Black go, and Buddy Murphy go, but you still have
Yeah.
Baron Corbin on your roster." And he responded like, "Really, really, like, how would you wish for somebody to lose their livelihood? What a dick!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
been awful since NXT. He's been awful since NXT. I fucking hated that guy.
Yeah, the lone wolf.
Oh God,
When he
sucks.
became Raw commissioner,
Oh man.
he totally was started the downfall of Raw, and now he's on SmackDown, and it's just the King Corbin, like that's so fucking 80s King, you know, like so dumb, walking around with a crown and scepter.
Well, the
and
problem is
carried it to the ring.
they're hiring, and I see it. They're hiring TV writers who have never watched wrestling.
Yeah.
They're hiring comedy writers that have never fucking been a fan of wrestling or watched wrestling or know anything about the product to write a fucking product, and it's like, ugh, it's so fucking disgusting. You can have a 2-man booking crew and book Raw or SmackDown and have the same effect, you know, that, dude, they had one guy booking a whole territory before, maybe a couple of guys, you know, that knew the business. It's I mean, I'm not saying that they're not working their asses off or saying it's that hard, but god damn, you what are they doing? It just makes no sense to me, man.
I know, right?
You're having fucking people that know nothing about the business, that don't respect the business, that didn't grow up with fucking wrestling or anything right about it. It's like, it's mind-boggling to me what WWE is doing. They've been doing it for years, though, man. Come on. They've been doing it for years, though.
You know what's so bad is touching back on Baron Corbin. Remember Kurt Angle's last match was against him during WrestleMania weekend when they was doing the signing and Kurt Angle was up there doing the signing. Everybody was like, "Why are you not fighting John Cena for your last match at WrestleMania? Why are you fighting Baron Corbin?" And then after a while, he had this look on his face. Why people still ask me the same damn question? And I made a mistake of asking him that question, and he had the look on his face. Why did you come ask me this shit? It's the kind of look he had on his face. And Cena was at the show.
Fucking worse, man. That coffin match with Darby and
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page is pretty good.
Yeah. They said they've been doing that match for a while now on the indies.
Yeah,
So that's why it ended up being so good.
yeah. And Sting, Scorpio Sky is great as a bad guy, man. I mean, I like him as a bad guy.
But they're kind of killing him by teaming him up with Ethan Page, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling Ethan
I-
Page.
you're not.
They had a good match, him and Darby, but I don't know. I'm not feeling his character, and I don't watch TNA or Impact, so I've not seen these guys that are coming in from over there. I'm sure he's good, but like I don't know. Like I thought Scorpio Sky had a lot more going on when he was with the other two in SCU than what he's got going on like right now. Like he started out on fire, but I think he's kind of cooled off since.
Christopher Daniels, the dude's fucking 50. And I mean, yeah, he's an innovator. He's a legend in the business. He never really quite got his just desserts, I think. Like, but, you know, he never made it to the WWE, which is fine. They probably would have fucking ruined him anyways, or he would have been regulated to a road agent. But he's great. I like what they're doing with Kazarian right now, the Elite Hunter. That's pretty good. Because Kazarian's always been kind of stagnant to me a little bit. But I like his Elite Hunter gimmick going on. Just running in, fucking just getting people from behind. And then, yeah, and then Scorpio Sky, it's like, I like him and Ethan. Those guys are, to me, they're more like believable heels that can get it in the ring than, I mean, again, the Young Bucks, I just, I've never liked them, man, ever. I just think they're overrated. I don't know, and I know I'm like.
No, look, I get your point.
Uh,
They put on the same style of match every time they fight, and I'm starting to move a little more towards your view on them lately, especially with this new heel gimmick they got running right now, and they don't sell too much like you said, or when they do, it's comedy looking selling instead of like real pretending it's selling. Um, but I think like they're very athletic guys, and they do a lot of cool shit in the ring. And okay, they may rely on a super kick too much, but like Omega relies on that V trigger like way too fucking much. Like every five
yeah.
seconds, oh, the V trigger, and like after about 55 of them, then finally the guy loses. Like he pins the guy after 55 V triggers. It's like I'm starting to go towards your point a little, agree with you a little bit there. They need to refresh their ring style a little bit, and maybe not do 25,000 super kicks but I still think they're pretty damn athletic and they're pretty entertaining.
Well,
I'm
sure,
not
yeah.
a big fan of the heel Bucks, but some of the shit they do is funny. Like the clothes they're wearing now is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like last night one of them had that shark shirt and it was puking out a rainbow. I mean, that shit was funny. But I can see your point.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be big fans of Butcher and Blade, but
No, I think
see your
they look
point.
cool. I think they look cool, but they're green. Butcher and Blade are green. I'll get that. I know Blade or Butcher came out and he had a match. I don't know with who, but Chris Jericho was talking about it. How Butcher had a match with somebody and he had realized how out of shape he was and how much he needed to learn. And Jericho gave him props on live TV. He's like, I give it to that dude for fucking doing the fucking work. He went in, he lost weight, did what he had to do to fucking make sure that fucking shit happened. You know what I mean?
He's the rock star guy, right? Not the other one, right?
Yeah.
Which one's the rock star? The fat guy, right?
No, he's the rock star, the Butcher. Yeah, the big mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to give it to him. Like he's a guy from a band who learned how to become a professional wrestler and made it to a national television show. I mean, I don't dislike them. I just don't see them as being these huge stars. To me, like I call them the B team, and that's what they are. They're never going to be, a top tier team, but they're good.
And I guess my biggest bitch with the Young Bucks is like, look, one of the biggest dudes that carried the business for years, Shawn Michaels. You did not wake up from the fucking Sweet Chin music. You didn't. Yeah. Nobody did. And these guys are fucking throwing around super kicks fucking like they're Tic Tacs in the fucking ring. It's like, come on. You know what I mean?
It's a transitional move now, just like the DDT. It's a transitional move now.
No, and it sucks. Like, to me, it's like, oh, it just it kind of shits on the legacy a little bit. And then maybe I'm just a purist, but like, and I get like, and then even like JR was like, dude, you guys need to stop fucking diving out of the ring and fucking doing the stage dive on fucking 10 dudes and everybody falling. Enough. Yeah. And they listened to him. They're like, we do need to scale that back a little bit.
And they have.
Yeah, they have.
Yep, they have. They have scaled that back.
And it is ridiculous. The WWE does it all the time with Charlotte Flair doing her moonsault. They all just stand there like dummies waiting for her to jump
and
on
everybody falls over like bowling pins.
Yeah, it never looks good. And even like when they do their those cage matches, the War Games, they even set that up a couple times in the War Games match, and it's like, hello, like we actually hear you going 1, 2, 3, go. Like, I mean, Jesus, can you make it any more obvious that it's fake? Like, stop it, don't be stupid.
One thing that I had one complaint I had about AEW last night was the Brian Cage and Ricky Starks match. You can see Brian Cage talking to Ricky Starks before he did the move on him.
Yeah.
That was the only problem I had out of the whole show. That was about it.
Yeah.
When he was throwing him to the corner, you can see him talking to him in his ear.
Hey, I gotta get.
What?
Oh, you gotta end it, you mean?
Yeah, I gotta end it. Sorry.
All right. Well, I mean, we had a nice little chat. There's only
Uh,
so much we can bitch about anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right.
I think a lot of our people who can listen to this think we actually hate wrestling.
No, we don't. We
actually
love it.
we actually hate WWE right now, and we want them to change, and we want them to get better. And it was probably what 3 years ago now that we had that infamous.
If we didn't,
We're
love
gonna
it, we
listen to
would-
you.
Yeah.
It's like I tell my kids, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't care.
Right.
I wouldn't give a shit. Exactly.
Yeah, if I didn't love you and care about you, I wouldn't say shit. But I love you so much, I'm gonna bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
Well, all we want is good shows, and we want to enjoy our wrestling. So, right
And
now
we want-
AEW
and-
is where it's at.
and
Right.
and we bring back the bikini mud matches. I mean, come on, guys, let's be real.
All right, guys. So
All right,
we'll be back next time with our normal. Is it really that bad? But right now, is WWE really that bad?
Hell yes.
yes, sir. All right.
Yes. All right. So peace out.
The Wrestling Show